I'm sure everyone saw the president of Kenya who made a warning to everyone, an announcement, and said that if you hold dollars, you probably want to get rid of them as fast as possible, because in a few weeks, everything's going to change. So let me explain. Here's what happens when the Saudis and OPEC dump the dollar as the international reserve currency for petroleum. Day one, the markets will immediately start to tank. Inflation within a week, maybe two, will start to rise by 50 to 70%. Everyday items that you could walk in the grocery store and grab will now be so expensive you're barely walking out with two or three things. The dollar at that point will be worthless, because it was at one time on the gold standard, and it was taken off. The only thing the dollar had before was that it now was backed by oil, and that's now gone. So the US dollar at that point will have absolutely no value. Next, Congress will try to implement some type of pricing control. They'll immediately pass through some sort of bill which will do everything in its power to keep pricing low. This will cover everything from groceries, goods, services, utilities. But at that point, the damage will already be done. Here's where their problem begins. Within a few weeks, about 70% of the population of the U.S. will find themselves unemployed. With the dollar now worthless, people won't be going anywhere or doing anything to spend any money, A, because they won't have it, and B, the value of the dollar is done. And this is where the real problem begins. With a large section of the population now unemployed, crime will start. Crime on a scale that no one has ever seen, with people now desperate to do whatever it takes to put food on the table, to take care of themselves and their families. Lawlessness will be found in every corner of the country. Law enforcement and even the National Guard will only have a minimal impact due to the millions and millions of people that will be taken to the streets. Now comes the plan that you knew about all along, but the plan that you can't stop. This is when the government introduces the CBDC, the Central Bank Digital Currency. Everyone is going to be told they're going to have money digitally deposited into their account, which will be available immediately. And the state the nation will be in at that point, everyone will be glad to accept the new currency. You see, the plan isn't to fight you. The plan isn't to try to take you over. The plan is to make you desperate and then offer a solution that you'll gladly accept. And in order to do this, they just need to control your money. But the first step is to take your money away. And the way to do that is to make the dollar worthless. Once the new central bank digital currency is accepted, all of the new programs and systems that have been put in place will now be used. Surveillance, censorship, monitoring, everything that's needed to keep the entire population in line. As I stated before, this isn't going to be something you can fight.
All right, shalom, shalom. Call Loyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstones. Salutations to you, Akim. Pushing the work of truth and sincerity. All right. So, this man pretty much said it all. Okay. And what I want to do is just read some precepts. All right. To, give you the source from which these events are going to take place. All right. Prophecy shapes our world. Okay. And that's what's happening. The prophecy is, which, starting with the elders apostles have been telling, and warning people, and we're very close. Okay. Hell, it could be a few weeks. It could be a few months, but it's very close. Okay. So 2 Ezra 9:20, it says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. All right. Peril is danger, risk, hazard, jeopardy. All right. Because these are the situations people are going to be put into. The scriptures say it. All right. The Lord's gonna bring uh, Psalms. No. Second Ezra 8 and 50. You know, great misery shall be upon them in this world. Right. Second Ezra 8 and 50. I'm reading from my book. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." All right. So miseries. Okay, great miseries, as it says. And as you see here, peril. So great peril is coming into the world. Second Ezra 9 and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. All right. Check what the GNT says. All right. Second Ezra 9 and 20. It says, "I looked at my world and saw that it was ruined. I saw that my earth was in danger of being destroyed by the wicked plans of the people who had come into it." All right. And you should know by now what people that is. All right. The sons of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so called white man. All right. These are all their plans. Okay. Generating crises to bring about this apocalyptic outcome. All right. Which is foretold in the scriptures. All right. The Lord has put the spirit on this devil to bring about these measures. All right. And because it's all leading to the hour of temptation. And this is the Lord's hour. All right. Where he gets to divide the chosen from uh, the ones that are destined for destruction. Okay. This is all leading to a point. All right. There's a means to an end. All right. And this is what it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to jump up a verse and, just to actually go into that perpetual seed, which we know is Esau, right? Well, I'll prove it. Second Ezra 9 and 19. So I'll be doing a little jumping around. It says, "For then everyone obeyed, but now the manners of them which are created in this world, that is made, are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable with themselves." All right. And that perpetual seed is Esau, because the reason why it's perpetual, because of lineage or evolution, evolution is really dealing with genealogy. All right. Not with the mythology that they put to the science. All right. That we evolved from apes, or. All right. That's bullshit. All right. Evolution is truly genealogy. All right. And as the scriptures say, there's no end to all men. All right. Which is good. I got it up here already. It says here, Ecclesiastes 4 and 16, "There's no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit." All right. Showing you here perfectly that there is no end to all people. All right. Which proves what perpetual means. All right. In a sense. All right. So perpetual, everlasting, unceasing. Right. And we're talking about genealogy here. All right. We're talking about the wicked seed. All right. The world is corrupted through this wicked seed, and that's Esau, Edom. All right. And that's all they've done is promoted corruption. Even with the Greek Empire and certain customs, lewd customs that they had in society, even all the way up into the Roman Empire, which we see a lot of those customs reemerging today. All right, through the worshiping of idols. All right, because through this is how they worship idols, is through these certain acts, certain customs that they have. All right, so everlasting, unceasing, existing, indefinitely. All right, continuing forever in future time. Right. So Esau has cut to anybody that says that the nation of Esau has been wiped away or wiped out. Excuse me. All right. There's no nation on earth that has been wiped out. All right. Unless the Lord has sanctioned it. Okay.
No one
At the
tells
end of the day,
stories
as the
better
scripture
than
said, the
audible.
Lord is the judge. All right. He's the highest judge. Okay. Second Ezra 7, just to prove that. 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above God, and none that has understanding above the highest. Right? For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of God that is set before them. And that's true. Everybody pretty much they ignore the scriptures. All right. They ignore the word of the Heavenly Father and they try to create their own. Okay. But there ain't no judge but the Most High. And the scriptures don't say that uh, Esau is destroyed as of yet. The scriptures, even the Bible dictionary says that he is a prominent figure for future judgment. And that's the Zondervan Bible dictionary. When you look up Edom, all right, okay. But again, what does this mean for Jake? What does it mean for you Israelites? Okay, all right. The hour of temptation, okay, which I want to read it in the GNT too, as well. All right, but this is going to spawn Jacob's trouble because we're talking about the digital currency and the collapsing of the dollar and the chaos that's going to ensue after the collapsing of the dollar and then the reintroduction to the digital currency. All right. All right. So, goodness gracious, every time I talk, I forget. Okay. Oh, Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30 and 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who? The elect. That's the he that is talking about, is chosen. Okay. All right. It's because a lot of us, you know, we're going to have to deal with, uh, this devil coming with that measure. All right. And really, it's the straw that that broke the camel's back because once that is implemented, that is no point of return. The Lord's judgment is about to reign through, which He's going to put an end to this society. All right, but it's not going to go without everyone being tested, and that's what we're getting to. Revelations 3:10. We'll get straight to it. All right, it's because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, and all that. As the scenarios that he was running down, play by play. All right. That is the temptation, the hour of temptation. Now, it ain't just going to be here in America. It's going to be all over the world because they're gonna collapse systems all over. And it's going to be chaos all over. All right. This is how he's springing the trap. Then he's going to reintroduce uh, that digital dollar or whatever digital currency wherever in the world. Okay. That's why it says what? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, this truth, all right, these prophecies, these things that point out these events that we've been seeing, all right, because prophecy shapes our world. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. So this is set up as the greatest trial ever known to mankind, what's about to take place. And Jacob is going to be saved out of it, according to Jeremiah 30:7. And there's one in Job too, but kind of just wanted to get a few precepts, you know, and the pictures are already painted. The words, uh, have already painted. that picture. All right, all right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. All right, until next time, let's say shalom.